My favourite psalm is a very well-known one, and even if you're not a religious person, I'm sure you know, "The Lord's my shepherd, I shall not want." Anyway, verse 4 contains something that I just want to share a few thoughts from. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and staff, they guide me." And it's the first part of that verse. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. That is particularly something that has been on my heart recently. When I was a child, and I'm going back now 40, 50 years even, my mom, dad and I used to take a shortcut from the village where we lived down to the estate, and that shortcut had a cemetery on the one side. And I can remember even now so clearly, particularly in the dark winter months when we would walk down that alleyway, that there was a particular statue in the graveyard that would cast a shadow across the where we walked. And as a child, I used to be so frightened of that particular shadow. Anyway, as I grew up, you realise it's just a shadow. A shadow can't hurt you. And that's why that verse tells us that even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So often in life, and I'm not thinking as a child now, I'm now up to date as an adult, and we have so many fears in our lives. Fears that disable us. Fears that will prevent us from enjoying life as we should. I don't know the stats, of course, it's impossible to say, but I would determine that the vast majority of things that we worry about as human beings don't even come to pass. And the tiny percentage of things that do happen that we worry about, they will take place whether we worry about them or not. Worry is illogical, it's irrational, it serves no purpose whatsoever other than to drain us and to bring negativity into our lives. Stay positive and recognize that a shadow can't hurt us. A shadow has no substance. A shadow will have no hold over our lives other than that which we allow it to. That shadow that as a child I used to be terrified of, as I grew up, I saw it for what it was, just a shadow. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Don't allow things without substance to take control of our lives.